Alright, this is my demo for a 555 timer. As you can see here, we have the circuit diagram. Everything here is actually inside the IC. So everything inside this big box. And then we have our output here being taken over to here because I ran out of room, which it goes into a 330 ohm resistor into an LED that will light up. Then we have our switch and our resistor for the reset. Basically all this does is when the switch is pushed down, the timer will operate. When it is not pushed down, it'll put the output as a low. So how this works is we have our two resistors here, which will charge up and then discharge, which will charge this capacitor, and then the capacitor will discharge once it reaches the 3.33 volts that it needs to switch the flip-flop to be reset. So then here we have our mass. So basically this was how I figured out the voltage that where it would reset the flip-flop, the voltage where it would stop setting the flip-flop. And all of this number stuff down here is to find, up here is to find the resistors needed to get me about 1 hertz of a frequency. And then down here we find the charge time, the discharge time, and then overall time and frequency. And when I measured this, most of it was about 950 milliseconds, so it was pretty close to the time. This is just an example of what it would look like. So this is, the purple would be the output that we would see of our timer, and then the yellow would be the capacitor discharging and charging. So over here we have the 555 timer. As you can see, it's turning on and off. It's off for about twice as long as it is on. And it's going at about, one time every second, but it's a little bit hard to measure that. Up here we have the reset switch, which I just have on. If I turn that off, you can see that the LED is just in a constantly on state. This means that this capacitor is fully charged, I believe. So if I flip that, then it starts counting again, or starts oscillating, I guess would be the correct term. Then we have this capacitor here, which is just to isolate this circuit from everything else, because otherwise it might cause some noise issues. So yeah, that's the 555 timer at about 1 hertz.